Hello there. It's nice to finally meet you. Finally? Oh, it's. I'm just overjoyed to have someone to talk to. Oh, I cannot express how happy I am to have this opportunity. Oh, why am I so happy? It's really quite simple. Uh, the last few years of my life have been torturous. I mean, God. Oh, that's a funny saying. God. No loving God would let any of his children go through what I have. But now I have someone to talk to. Oh, glorious day. Oh, where to begin? I think it was a day much like this one. I went to the library with some of my friends to find something to do over the upcoming weekend. We got there just before the library opened, and the hourglass was on the stairs. A real ornate looking thing, gold encrusted and whatnot. We were pretty bored, so we turned it over, set it down, and got to talking. A few minutes later, the librarian shows up, and as it turns out, he showed up at the exact same instance. The last grain of sand ran out of the top chamber. We didn't find anything at the library, but we did have a new hourglass. We spent the rest of the day just hanging out at my place. We talked, enjoying the entertainment media provides, and we figured out the hourglass lasted about 45 minutes. I can't remember when we did this, but that's about how long. Before it got dark, we went out for a walk. Nice, leisurely stroll. I remember turning the hourglass over before we left. I mean, not intentionally. We were just playing with it. I put it down, sand on top. We left at 4:30. One of my friends asked the time, and I remember glancing down at my watch, and I was about to say 5:15, but then I heard the screeching of tires. I heard a shriek and looked up. A car was backing away from us, while another one of my friends just lay crumpled and bleeding in the middle of the road, his neck clearly broken. We spent the rest of the night at the police station filing out statements. They never caught the driver. Knowing what I know now, I doubt there ever was a driver. Just some car. We were sitting in my place a week later, absently fiddling with the hourglass. We set it down and forgot about it, talking about our lost friend. It was 45 minutes later when it happened again. Exactly 45. The other one of my friends began to gasp for breath, holding his chest. CPR didn't work, nothing did. He died of a heart attack at our age. It's ridiculous, it's ridiculous. Yeah, the other guy in the room that day was also with us on the walk, and we haven't talked since. I was sitting in solitude, head in my hands, grieving over my friends, and it was then I realized that they both died 45 minutes after the hourglass was turned, and I wanted to be rid of the cursed object. I wanted so desperately to be rid of it. I did not consider what was to happen. I went and left it on the library steps again. I went back the next day and it was gone. I would never see it again. But things kept happening, seemingly random. But I could only assume that the new owner was turning it over. Life was going terrible. The girlfriend I had made dumped me for another man. My friends trickled away. Oh, but I was never alone. I would hear whispers, laughing, footsteps, yes, the footsteps, walking across the room I was in. I could see nothing. It was so unnerving. For a while, it was only in the dark, but then it started in the day too. Wherever I went, I heard this laughing, mocking me, from a place I couldn't see. I suppose if it had stopped there, I would have been fine. but it didn't. I awoke one night with the smell of death. I also couldn't move. I became aware of a breathing sound mere inches from my face, and it began to whisper. I couldn't understand it. I tried to sit up, but I felt a searing pain as something unseen tore into my chest. It ripped something out. I'm still living now, but the scars are there, always and forever. I remembered what happened after too. I felt the rush of air against my face and heard the flap of leathery wings, and I heard them fly out my door. Then a crash. When I regained my ability to move, I ran to where I heard the sound and found a broken window. I live with them every day. I hear whispers, laughs, taunting me, and I try to block them out. But then I feel cold fingers wrap around me, and I feel myself inexplicably led towards danger. This is why I can only be in crowded places. Someone to pull me away, break the grip of whatever has a hold on me. I've moved around a lot, but they followed me. I knew it was pointless, so I gave up. I moved back here to the place I lived years ago, and then I saw you. I knew I had to talk to you. You were special. And during our conversation, I figured out why. Nice to meet you. I'm you.